Good afternoon. Sorry, didn't get a chance to get out here yesterday, but this is the lot in question. It's right across the street from a cul-de-sac. This would be another lot here that could potentially be built on another two. There's one there. Those look like wetlands, so you won't have any neighbors there, but you could have one directly across from you. Got a neighbor next to you that has a pool and another one over here that's a two-story. So building a bayside over here probably would not be an issue based on that alone. The golf course is behind you, so I'll walk up and so you can see it, but there are bushes that run along it here. And then as far as apartment complexes and everything else, from what I understand, they would have to be on Avalon itself, so they'd have to be over that way. I'm gonna walk up so you can see. Sorry, it's a little windy, so I know it's probably gonna be noisy. I'm gonna try to talk a little louder so you can hear me. I'm just getting over a nasty sinus infection, so I may cough a little bit, sorry. That's your neighbor there. Potential neighbor, sorry. This looks like what is part of a pathway for golf carts in the past here. This is the old golf course here. That's the old clubhouse back there, which is about roughly where I believe the apartments would be there. And actually they were trying to push them further that way, but it sounds like if they were going to be somewhere, they'd be over there. Which, I mean, there's enough hills and everything from the golf course here that you probably wouldn't see it. This tree would help block that vision. You could plant some more trees along the back here. And they would require some vegetation to be put on there as well. So I'm trying to get my finger out of the way while I was holding it. But that is the clubhouse there that they would probably have to tear down. I don't think it's a 2 or 3 story clubhouse. So that's probably about the top of where you would see as far as apartments. They can't go too high here as far as building apartment complexes or anything, because we do so much naval and Air Force flight training that they require limitations on how high buildings and signs and all that kind of stuff go in. But I mean, it's a little hard to tell, but there actually is another building there. You can just see the top of it there. So that kind of gives you an idea of the distance away from it you would be. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Again, this is the back of it looking towards the cul-de-sac. You have one on the corner there. You could potentially have 2 more houses there, and there is one back in the cul-de-sac, but the rest of that looks like wetlands back there. Again, wetlands don't necessarily mean that it's water. It could be vegetation, could be plant species, or it could be the perfect habitat for an endangered species, whether it's plant or animal. But I'm looking at some of those trees over there, and those are definitely fall into the category as far as wetland species. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.